I have a partner, and he has great abilities, and I studied the law of attraction with you quite for a long time. And sometimes he says, there's more to it, there's more to it. But earlier you said the law of attraction is everything.
Well, the law of attraction is the basis through which never-ending things will come.
Okay.
But is he saying that there's more to the understanding? Yes, there is. Just this week, Esther understood firsthand the difference in the way it feels to do a focus wheel and the difference in the way it feels to break loose of the resistance of trying to clean something up and going to a dream that has no resistance and soaring. It felt like going through a portal in time or a portal of creation. She's been at this a long time, and every day there's more.
Yeah, the understanding, he says, that more laws, more spiritual laws, like the law of cause effect you talked about today. But he says there's also the law of intention, and that is also the law of attraction.
When we first began, we defined 3 laws: the law of attraction, the law of deliberate intention, or the law of deliberate creation, and the law of allowing. But deliberate intention is not a law. It is an activity. It is a focus. It is a tool. The art of allowing is not a law. It's an accomplishment of a vibration. The law of attraction is a law. And while there are other laws, like the laws of inertia and the laws of gravity and the laws of physics, there are lots of laws, which just means they are consistent. When we talk about a law, we mean it's consistent, and no matter how you come at it, it will continue to stand. You won't be able to find a way of shaking any part of it loose from its basic foundation, because it was solid at its basis, and everything that grows from it is too. You know what causes something to be a law? Enough have bounced it into enough vortices, and enough non-physical energy have focused upon it that it remains consistent throughout all time and eternity.
Okay, so I'm on the right path. I'm going to continue.
Well, what your partner is talking about is there is the law, and then there is understanding of the law. There's the law, and then there's the deliberate application of the law. That's why we talk unendingly about making the association between what you're thinking and feeling and what's manifesting. And when you start making that association, then you get it. Then you finally understand why every single thing comes to you. And then you finally understand why every single thing comes to everyone else. Esther's wondering, why am I having these experiences with my new house? Well, part of it is because of expectation of troubles with the new house. Part of it is because she's a teacher, and the man who is the main contractor was not the main contractor when she first started the house, but that main contractor went to work somewhere else, and so someone who is not quite prepared became her contractor. And so he benefits so much. Esther so much wants to teach him that all he has to do is be clear about what he wants, and it will go easier. But because he's not really clear about what he wants, or because he doesn't expect people to respond to him, they don't. So when he sets an appointment, it usually falls through. When he asks a subcontractor to do something, they usually don't come. And so Esther's wanting to show him that if you're clear about what you want, they will come. So this has been the most delicious co-creating, that she gets to play with this man who is understanding now how he can be more powerful in his own life experience, which makes Esther understand why she so much wanted to build a house she does not need. Because she gets to play. She gets to play with the contractors and the subcontractors, but most of all, she gets to demonstrate in real time how things come about. What more fun in all of the universe could there be than that?
I am here with my mother. One of my big questions or asks was to get all my friends and my family to be on the same path as me, which is a happy vibrational path. And all that has happened. And I was just telling my mom, oh, how awesome is it that all my friends are on it and you're here with me today. And that was really exciting.
Our wish for you is that you develop new friends who aren't on it.
Absolutely.
Because contrast is such a wonderful thing that will serve you.
Absolutely.
We're playing with you a little bit, but what we're wanting to do is to talk you out of wanting to control conditions so that you can have a more positive feeling response. We want you to say, Abraham, hardly anybody I know is on my wavelength yet, but I'm so in tune with my inner being that I see them all through the eyes of source, and so they're all beautiful right where they stand.
That's wonderful.
That's really what's happening. That's really what you mean. It's you that's changed, not them. It's the eyes of you that this conversation is about, more than it is them all acquiescing to your path. None of them will be on your path. Your path is moving so fast. Don't ask them to keep up. Don't ask them to keep up.
Sorry, Mom.
Especially mom. Especially mom.
You know, it's really good hearing you say that, because my business partner and I, we went to go see you in Colorado last year, and since then so much bad stuff has happened, and because we saw that contrast, now we're like, oh, bad stuff's happening, you know what that means, good stuff's coming. And every single time,
you know what that means. Clarity is coming, decision is coming, decisiveness is coming, deliberate intention is coming, the ability to focus is coming, the desire to focus is coming, the utilization of our guidance system is coming. Yes. Yes.
So I have such great appreciation for everything that's happening. I have employees and development teams, and I own a couple of businesses, and I'm not saying any of that to brag. I'm saying that because I want to know, how is it that I could attract more people that are willing to work as hard as my business partner and I, so that way we can move even faster. Because right now the delegation is one of the things that I think we both struggle with.
You're helping us to wrap this up sort of in the way that we began it today, because we said, we know you'll remember it as we say it again, that every empire is 99.999999% finished before you put the first nail in the first board, or before you hire the first employee. Because once you have a facility and a product and functions and employees, then there is always something to see that has the potential of taking you out of your alignment. So it's easier to dream it when there's nothing to contradict it than it is to be living some of it that is contradicting it. However, it's so much more satisfying to dream it and then live it, and then clean up what you're living by dreaming more. In other words, all that this conversation is about all day long here today, the clarification that is the new emphasis that we are really wanting those like you to feel, is that you're never going to reach the place where you can be lazy with your thoughts. You're never going to have the perfect set of employees that will never bounce off into something that is more. We had a conversation just a few weeks ago with someone who was talking about her business, and she used the word vehicle. And so we seized on that word because it gave us the opportunity to present something so easy to understand and so accurate. We said to her, you're in this vehicle and you're moving along, and it's taking you on a nice ride, and then you just step out of that vehicle into another vehicle, and it takes you on a nice ride too. And then you step out of that vehicle into another vehicle, and it takes you on a nice ride too. And there's a never-ending stream of new vehicles for you to step out into in that next logical step sort of way. And then we said something that shook her right to the core of what was stuck in her vibrational craw. We said, you know what's happening with you? You want to find a vehicle that will take you all the way to everywhere that you're going. You're not willing to change employees, change business plans, add new products, eliminate some product. Your vortex is full of potential unfolding that you can never see from where you stand.
The journey is the destination.
The journey is what it is all about. The destination is the reason for the journey, and the journey is what rings your bells. The next logical step is as good as it gets, you see. So that's why we're asking you to step out of the details of what you're living and just dream a little bit in general terms. My business is really fun and it feels never ending and it just gets bigger and bigger, and the influx of people that are interfacing with it, both those that help us grow it and those that are the consumers of it, flow with such ease and abundance, and the interchange is so satisfying. The abundance that flows from this business of mine is so satisfying and so supportive of so many and so much. The details of the well-being are so extreme, and the satisfaction that I experience are beyond anything that I can detail completely. As you step into this general place of acknowledging the universe's ability and desire to keep you inspired and uplifted, when you made the decision to come into this physical experience, one of the first things that you translated into words that felt really meaningful to you was this phrase: I want to fulfill my reason for being. I want to fulfill my life's purpose. I want to fulfill the reason that I came into this physical body to begin with. And what those words really mean is that I want to find the satisfaction of hooking up with my inner being as I romp through life. Because you're not ever going to fulfill all of the purposes, because the purposes keep growing. There's not going to ever be a day that there's not something beyond what you are now living that you are wanting. And there are parents all over the world that are telling their children, that's wrong, that's greedy, that's entitled, you never get enough. And the correct answer to that question is no. I never get enough. There will always be more. There will always be more, because with each contrast that gives birth to each rocket of desire, and as I close that gap and achieve the manifestation of it, right along with the achievement of that manifestation that others can see and hear and smell and taste and touch too. Oh, look at them, look what they created. Right along with that is a new set of contrasting experiences which launch more rockets, which give you more opportunity for satisfaction. It never ends, it never ends, it never ends, it never ends, it never ends. And you, dear hearts, you said, from your vibrational vantage point, as you made the decision to come into this body, into this time and space, you said, I will go and explore the contrast, because I know that in doing so, new will be hatched within me, new that I cannot trust at first, because there's no basis of believing in it in physical manifested reality, but I will be able to trust it nonetheless, because my inner being will know it, and I will become so acquainted with what it feels like when my inner being is focused upon something that I desire, that I will let my inner being and how my inner being feels be my guiding light, not the reality of what physically has manifested so far. I will be the one that finds the new desire. Step one is where all creation happens. Step one, that step you all want to leave out. That step one where there's resistance. That's the step that makes it all happen. And step two is your source energy shoring that up, believing in what you ask for and knowing the perfection of it and holding the vibrational autonomy of it. And then you, doing nothing more than selfishly caring about how you feel. So you reach for the thought of believing in it rather than the thought of doubting it. You reach for the feeling of love rather than the easier feeling of hate. You reach for the feeling of positive expectation, even if there isn't a manifested reason for it. And then another vehicle and another vehicle and another vehicle and another vehicle, and you never become those physical beings who say, oh, I can't wait till I die so that I can rest in heaven. Instead you say, what's more, what's more, what's more, what's more, what's more, what's more, what's more. And when you get hooked in with those like us who know the more that you've already asked for, who not only know what you've asked for, but where you stand in relationship to it, and who know what your vibrational warfare is, what your spiritual warfare is, which means, we like that term, terrible as it is, know where your points of resistance are. Since we know what your path of most resistance is, or your path of least resistance, or better stated, your path of most allowance,